Hello. So during the chaos that was 2020, I picked up and started playing a lot of Skyrim. And if you don't know what Skyrim is, what are you doing here? I thought it'd be fun to do a little series of tutorials on how to level up various skills in the game. So, without further ado, here's my take on Smithing 101. Now, just a disclaimer, all the methods that I'm going to be talking about today are considered methods of power leveling, which is, in essence, kind of artificially leveling up your character using pretty much a lot of repetition. However, you and absolutely do not want to do this if you're underleveled. And the reason for this is that if you artificially level up individual crafting skills in Skyrim, you will level up your main, I guess, primary level as you go. And doing this makes the enemies in the game harder and harder, and they scale up to your level. So if you're busy, just crafting a bunch of stuff, and you end up at like level, let's just say 20, but your combat skills aren't up to stuff, well, you won't be able to kill anything, and you're just gonna kind of end up like this poor guy right here. So, disclaimer done. Some of the more common methods people use to level up their smithing level are making iron daggers until they die, making construction materials until they die, assuming they have the Hearthfire DLC, or of course, making dwarven bows until they die. These were nerfed a little bit, I believe Skyrim 1.5, so it's a lot slower to level up your smithing level now. I mean, you can still do it, but it's gonna take that much longer. So I'm not gonna really cover these. If you want to know more, the internet exists. So to begin, when you first start out playing the game, like I said, you don't want to do the leveling up right away. You want to focus on resource gathering, mainly iron ore and gems. The specific gems that you kind of want to look for are diamonds, both flawless and regular, amethysts, the flawless ones, rubies, also flawless, emeralds, the regular ones, and sapphires, the regular ones. So while you're playing the game and gathering all these materials, you'll also want to level up your alteration skill, and you want to get it to at least level 50. And the reason for this is because you need to have level 50 in order to get the Adept Alteration perk, which, if you're not familiar with the perk tree, is right there. Once you get to a comfortable alteration level with the Adept Alteration perk and you're confidently swimming in gems and iron ore, you'll want to go to Halted Stream Camp, which, if you don't know where that is, it's right there. And once you're inside Halted Stream Camp, you're going to be wanting to look for the Transmute Mineral Ore Alteration Spellbook. And what this spellbook does is it turns iron ore into silver ore into gold ore. And just a little note on making this spell as efficient as possible. You're going to want to dual cast it, which means you're going to want to cast it once with each hand, so a total of 2 separate casts per, I guess, every time you hold the buttons down. Because if the way it works is it'll go, of course, from iron to silver to gold, but if you dual cast it, it'll skip the silver altogether and go straight to gold, which, in my opinion, saves a bit more time, but it's up to you. So, once you have all your gold ore, you're going to want to take it to the furnace and turn it into gold ingots. And if you've been following along this video, I think you probably know where this is going to go. You're going to be turning it into jewelry. And the reason you want to do this is because jewelry weighs less than dwarven bows, less than iron ingots, and it costs more, which means, all the time you're going to spend running around purchasing materials, it'll be recouped in all the jewelry you're going to make and all the jewelry you're going to sell. In other words, you're going to be filthy rich. Finally, some last notes. If you get the opportunity and if you have the patience for it, I would highly recommend doing the No Stone Unturned quest. This involves hunting around the province of Skyrim to look for stones of Barenziah, which I believe, if unless I'm mistaken, there are 24 in total. And the reason you want to do this is because once you get all the stones and you turn them in to Vex at the Thieves Guild, and you do another part of the quest, which I don't want to spoil right away, you're going to end up with the Prowler's Prophet perk or active effect. And what this does is it increases the likelihood to find gems in various dungeon containers, such as urns, chests, and oddly enough, those random Draugr corpses that don't quite come to life to try to kill you, but for some reason the game seems to treat like chests. And this makes your gem gathering that much easier. But as also a note for this, I play a modded version of Skyrim, and if you're curious about the mods, I'll put them in the description below. And I do have a mod that actually puts quest markers onto the stones of Barenziah, because I've played maybe, 10 plus playthroughs through the years and never been able to find them all up until I downloaded my mods, because they're not quest marked. So you have to hunt for them, and they could be in the most conspicuous of places, and if unless you're looking around like a hawk, you're not going to find them. And I don't know about you, but I don't have the time to do that. So, yeah, mods. So, thanks again for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and let me know in the comments below and leave a like if you want. If you didn't like it, let me know too. I want to know. I've never made videos before, and I thought it'd just be a fun way to pass the time in quarantine. I'll be putting out more of these as time goes on. There's probably not going to be a set upload schedule because life, but it'll happen when it happens. Anyhow, thanks again for watching, and okay, bye.